Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I have for you a kind of more difficult build. It will be more difficult, and that is Kiki's house. Now, the original did have a chimney, but I didn't want to include the chimney for this build as we were already stretching time, and to be honest, I didn't really want to add more difficulties to this build as it won't be as straightforward as it might look. So, with that said, without further ado, let us begin. So we're going to start on the far corner and go up a total of 7 times. Then we're going to go over 11 times. Then we're going to have a junction of 1, then go over 9. Then down 11. And then we're going to go across 9 again. Then we're going to go up 1. And then we're going to go reverse direction to square it off. And then for the porch section here, we're going to come out 1 and then square that off. And then for the very front entrance, we're going to go over 2 from that intersection there, and then out 2. And then, of course, a floor of your choice. I'm going to use oak planks. So now we're going to raise all the major posts up a total of 5 times. And then we're going to come out to the front porch, raise those 3 times. And then the long porch, a total of 4 tall. And then for the walling, I'm using smooth sandstone and regular sandstone all the way around the building, but we're doing that one segment in. So you should have a depth of 1. So for the long-sided wall, or the short side here, we're going to go up 2 additional times by going in 1, then up 1 again, and then on the opposite side, the same thing, just mirroring it like so. Should be slightly domed. Then here on the front side of the building, we're going to go up a total of 3 times, then 2 times, then 1, and then a 3 across. And of course, on the back side as well. And now just to clean up the roof a bit, we're going to drag the logs all the way across the top, just to match the heights, but be wary of the very front here as we're going to be adding the tricky part right about now. So for the front windows, we're going to be lining up the posts with the prior posts we have already in place, and going up a total of 3 times, and then just matching the roof along with that. Now mind you, you want to have a little bit of a cubby space so that you can walk into those windows from the inside of the building, and then just finishing up dragging more of the logs across. And once that part's done, you've pretty much hurdled the hardest part of the roof, and I'm just going to go ahead and simply finish it off. And then for the top part of the roof, we want to fill that in with our smooth sandstone and sandstone mix. So on all the overhangs on the building and all the little corners of the building, we'll be adding the birch staircases upside down or right side up, depending on where you are placing it. So go all the way around the structure with that. And then here on the front porch, we're just kind of adding the birch logs across, straight across like so that they connect into the building, and I'm adding in these staircases there as well. Now for the very front stairs, it's just a simple 1 block up at a time going into the house. So the roof is pretty straightforward. We'll be starting off with a green terracotta and covering up all the birchwood on top of the house, and then also adding in an overhang where applicable. So wherever it just kind of comes to the end, it's safe to assume that there'll be an overhang. Then once you have the textures you like, I went and used lime terracotta mixed in with some mossy blocks just to break up that solid green and add a little more life, as we know that Kiki's house was very much overgrown. But Kiki's house also had bricks, or a red texture to the roof. And you'll notice that I am going with a green style here just because of the moss. However, for the very front, I didn't like the blocks, so I'm going to be using some staircases, or brick staircases, granite staircases, brick slabs, mossy cobblestone, and to give it that final touch that Kiki's house needs, the red look from the brick would be very useful. Now for some final exterior details. Here on the front side, we're going to raise the birch total 4 times and add in a window of 3 tall. Then at the very top in the center, we'll add in a window of 2 tall rather. Then we're going to clean up these other windows using the birch trap doors, and I replaced the logs in the center with the birch staircases. Then here on the side-facing wall, I'm going to add in a window dead center, about the same size as the front window, so 4 tall across, and then up and down with the 3 tall window there, and of course using the other materials to dress it up a bit. rear window's a little different just because of the space we have to work with isn't quite the same, so I just dragged the logs all the way to the top and used the birch staircases just to look like it's being braced, and of course, just texturing it as we go. And then one more wall to deal with when it comes to windows. These windows will be a space of one in between and 2 windows here. I know this isn't what it looked like, but I didn't really want to do a back sort of rear entrance and whatnot. So we just added more windows here, and then of course we'll be adding a 2 spot at the very top. Now Kiki's house had a warehouse type of build, so I built 3 away from the building and then up a total of 4. And then of course I added on with the roof and then mixed in the textures with that and walled it up a bit. This is just where the firewood was stored. I'm just dressing it up now. Now back at the front of the building, I'm adding feet all the way around the building where the posts meet the ground. Then I'm just dressing up with some final details, some little minor touches here and there, just to make the building look a little more unique, I guess, is the best way to put it. So for the interior, we'll be raising it up a total of 5 tall, and on the 5th block we'll be placing our oak slabs, and then the staircase just going straight up, and there we have it. The upstairs is complete. Just to clarify a little bit here, so the staircases will be 2 away from the front door wall, and then we'll be going upstairs here, and you can see this nice spacious area we have to work with, and then the top windows were extended by 1 as the floor would have been too low to see out of them properly. So you should have a total of 3 tall windows here and there. And there we have it. The house. Oh, wait, no, there is one more thing. We want to have access to the porch. So this section right here, we're going to break these 2 blocks. And yours would have had another block right here, but I already pre-broke it. And this will be the access outside onto this area right here. Now we just have some speed details here for you, just to, dress it up even further, make the house look overgrown as it is in the show, movie rather. And there we have it. We are done. Kiki's house. Now, it's not exact, as this was an inspired build, and it is missing a few items such as the chimney. But with that said, this was already pretty difficult. And if this is moving along a little too fast, please do let me know in the comment section below, or if you have any suggestions on how it might be a little bit easier to follow along. But with that said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, until next time, see you later.